What's going on out there, my YouTube followers? I'd kind of like to have a more intensive talk with you, maybe about 5 or 10 minutes, about uh, some of the content that I've produced, glorifying suicide, glorifying drug and alcohol use, degrading women, you know, some of the other elements, the violence and the gore, and really had a disturbing dream. And I wonder, everybody's like, man, Tyler, you teach these kids how to drink, and then you keep all these books up here, you know, for yourself, and you read, and there's some truth to that. I want you to know that I'm sorry to a degree. Content is content. It's a heavy head to wear. It's a heavy duty. I try to put good content in there. This is one of the places I am as a creator right now, is I always like to push things to the limit. I try not to get too perverse, but, I look at the analytics every day. People are choosing this negative stuff far more than they're choosing this positive stuff. So in a sense, am I a sellout? And I want you, we do this every couple of months. You tell me what I can do better. I like some of the other ones. They want a strong and prosperous America. We want good things. But when I see people that I care about out there destroying their lives, to me, it's like I'm hypnotizing them in a bad way. And I just want you to know that you have to be strong. It doesn't, I do a lot of things for the sake of freedom of speech. It's our first constitutional right. I don't always agree with cartoons that are out there. They're probably worse than booze tube. A lot of it is. I don't agree with a lot of the garbage out there. I get sick drinking this beer. It's killing me. Some people find it funny and they pay for it. So, not everybody wants to study physics every day. And I wanted to kind of let you know a little bit, if you're still going to be riding with me, as I try to checker it, kind of like a checkerboard. There's good elements and there's bad elements. Okay? Now, I'm trying to do all good elements, but a lot of people, they don't want to see that. So, I will show you a little bit of what I'm studying, that way not to keep you in the dark, as lumber and timber. Learn about lumber and timber construction. That's one thing that I'm working on building for you guys and gals, is construction training. I'm working right now building a construction project, but I'm not financially secure enough. I'm not safe enough to show you what I'm working on. It's kind of secret right now, because a lot of people are in a hurry to steal and hurt you and damage you. So you have to disseminate, sometimes, I hate to say it, fake news. You have to disseminate different types of entertainment. You have to feed them shit and keep them in the dark. It's not something that I like to do. Structural iron and steel. You guys, gals, been doing it, and ladies too. Did you know I only have like 3% of all viewers are women? Like, no women. I am like repulse women to an insane degree, but we get some in, and I want you to know I've been working on that. I've been in increasing female content. I've been bringing more women and watching more women. I'm a pig dog. It's just my nature. But I'm really serious about this 29 commitment. What's 29? Well, I'm 31. I don't expect to live to see 60. I haven't been the most evil man. I mean, I don't like judging people's deeds, but I haven't been the most evil, but I haven't been a really great person either. So I believe in my mind of minds, I'm trying to win my soul back and be a good person, a loving person, a caring person that can be relied upon by my friends and my peers and my country and other countries. This is crucial. It's that positive affinity. And if you look here, is one of the things that we're studying is electromagnetism. These are high maths and science right here. I've been reading some of this stuff, and to you, it's probably very boring. We have these sinusoidal waves here, and it's high science. It's not for the poor. I hate to say, I wish that it was. If you really want to do something with your life, figure out how to do that, and then come back to me. I've also got the Greek alphabet. Theta, Phi, Omicron. Look at that. Is that pretty cool? I get questions that people are destroying their lives. You're destroying children's lives, man. And then, I put in that suicide stuff, and that's where they really go for a loop. See that? See, I understand the force and power of drugs, alcohol, psychology, and there's a little part of me. I have access to the control center. Some say that was one of the reasons Facebook banned me, and that's one thing that I'm mad at is I kind of get off on psychological manipulation and mind games to a degree. I'm not going to force myself on them, but if they like that stuff, I mean, what can I do? I leave them options. Here we have core math. We got graphing square root functions, and then PT. What are you doing here? Do squats, knock out some 8 counts. Do your push-ups, do your sit-ups. Love your country, love your mother, love your father. Don't hurt animals, don't hurt women, don't hurt people, build each other up. I could try to work on that. But then there's other times I feel like taking out that evil aspect of my side. That's what I'm studying is these bodies that we live in and the relations, between these weird things that I don't even like talking about. I have to have some element of secrecy. As I'm growing, it's not ready for me to release yet. And if I show everybody what I'm working on, which I do, if you go and you look, I leave little tidbits. I try to leave little tidbits so you know what I'm looking at. We're kind of looking at the same thing. And I think moving forward, when it comes to your attention that children are throwing up, they're vomiting, somebody crashed their car, and you see people being duped and falling for the same traps that you've fallen for, it just really breaks your heart. And I believe you can lose your soul. You will lose your soul over that. So try to stay positive, you know. Keep moving in a positive direction. But at the same time, I mean, I have a fan base. I do have a fan base, and everybody's like, "Man, you're not going to quit doing booze tube, are you?" I mean, you invested money in that. It's a lot of money I invested, hundreds of dollars. We even did advertising. I mean, this is metaphysics, hermetics, in a sense, taking something bad and evil, just rotten, and turning it into something profitable and entertaining and enjoyable. But I want you to be aware that, you know, those videos are COPPA certified 18 and up. Now, I have the option to restrict it. I kind of leave that option off. I mean, I like kids. I used to be a kid. I'm a big kid in the way. I mean, I don't always like what they look at school. How the hell these videos get 100 million views as they subliminally let it into the school. I can't get my videos in the school. So if there happens to be a wild kid that's fanatic and is a rebel and finds a way to get in there and see the video, I'm not going to tell him not to do it or her not to do it. They wanted to see it that badly. I can't, you know, the harder you try to resist that, the harder they're going to pull for it. So I want you to know that I've been taking some training courses on deception and mind control. And I don't expect to deploy anything on here that's incredibly dangerous, but I am going to try, and I want y'all to help me. If you see me getting there, I don't think it should be banned or silenced, but dissemination of the suicidal literature, you know, is rough. Because, I mean, I get there weeping, and they get onto that channel, and they run through 12 beers, and all they do is they're watching this guy drink, and then he laces some suicidal comment, and then they're jumping off. You know what I mean? So I talk to some of these guys, you know, like Slayer and Disturbed, whether they see me. They probably want to kill me for this, but I always ask them, you know, Ozzy, you know, how many droppers you got? How many droppers you got? Or a good one is like, I haven't messaged, you know, like 2 Chainz. I don't know if you've seen my 2 Chainz video. It's pretty badass. But 2 Chainz, Jeezy, Gotti, Dr. Dre. I mean, that's the power, is the drugs, you know, the rebellion, yeah, the rock and roll, the slanging, the banging. I mean, a lot of people want ghetto boys. You know, that's what it's about. And in this case, you know, as a creator, this is my 7th year doing this. I've done weather for 15 years, over half of my life. Weather is what I like. I've always wanted to make weather enjoyable for people and share my science and my passion and my love of the weather, which I considered to be an arcane science. I was raised with some of the elites. I mean, I had a nice, extensive network of over 1,500 people. All the elites, you know, media, news, personality, science, academia, government. I was connected. And I actually published a few research papers that actually got merit on low-top supercells. Really, really, really small storms, not mammoth storms like the ones you see down south. But I'm talking about storms not even a county wide. Low top supercells, high shear environment, mid-latitude cyclones. If you really want to see something interesting, check out some of my weather work. But as an alcoholic, as the founder of BoozeTube, I don't want to sound like a wishy-washy traitor, you know. And that's, don't drink, If you don't drink, don't drink. I mean, not unless you're prepared pretty much to die. Because in the literature, if you believe in this book, this is what this book says: to drink is to die. To drink is to die, and to know that I am raping the minds and spirits and corrupting young people, it really puts my head in a place to where I either get soft or I get harder. And when I soften up, I'm kind, but when I get harder, I get worse, a lot worse. And I get like Mudvayne. I see if I can push him off the edge. And I don't like getting that way, and I don't want to be that way. And in fact, I think it's a 29 violation is I'm not to do that anymore. I can use the same power. They say there's one power. There's energy, meta. I can use, it's like magic. White magic, dark magic. I can use this power to persuade, influence, and change for positive or negative. I've done a lot of negative stuff. I've run out of energy. If I keep doing that, it's going to consume my soul. And with mass media manipulation, I don't know exactly what my reach is. I could be getting fake stats. A lot of the good work that I actually did got silenced more than the bad work on Facebook. I had Faircloth. We had I had like 20 different pages. I had some bizarre pages, man. Really wicked stuff. I took pride in my work. I did a lot of graphic design and editing, and I wanted to create my own news network. I had a couple different news networks. I'm a media company. I own a fucking media company. I don't know if it may have lost my certification. May have to pay on that again, but I don't even have a computer. So from Terry Tyler's standpoint, the guy is kind of fucking his life up, but he's going his own way. And there's women going their own way, men going their own way. The MGTOW, some of them have heard about it. And I'm kind of going my own way right now. When you get my age, you'll understand. I just want you to know that you're dealing with some really powerful stuff here. And with that said, I love you. The greatest commandment is love. That's what they say. And I think that's core to 29. Or is it 30? You look at it like that. But if I'm failing to do that one thing, and we're trying to get people to commit suicide and lead them to turn them into a bunch of fucking drunks and alcoholics, it's like, I think you're failing. And it may be legal. I mean, I don't judge these people on the TV. There's worse stuff on the TV. It's like, well, they can do it. Why can't I do it? It's like, that's not the point. If you continue to do that, they can be able to. But if you continue to do that, that shit's going to add up, and it gets to you on the other side. Like, you get into these hypnotic trances. It takes, I don't like revealing some of my tactics, but I wanted to enhance and build on this. I feel like I might be going somewhere. It takes a lot of time to generate. And then it takes even harder to fuel. And then when you get there, sometimes you just like a raging bull. But that's all I'm going to say today. Check out BoozTube if you want to. Check out some of the other stuff. And I hate to throw this in there. It's probably one of those things you shouldn't be searching for or talking about. But the military. I want you to make sure to check on the military. And if you don't really want to go and you just want to be kind of like me, a mascot, be a fan for them. Support your troops. Support your government. Support your leaders. Love them. Love is powerful. You hate them, hate is powerful. So just try to love them. Take it easy.